Hey everyone, happy Thursday. Okay, so I'm just jumping on here because um it is Thursday and here we go. So, we are just going to give it a few minutes for everybody to be jumping on and absolutely say hi whenever you jump on tonight. So, we are actually celebrating some um beautiful ladies tonight, and I just want to make sure that my live is working. So when you guys see this, absolutely post it in the chat. That way I know that we are live, that you guys can see this. Okay, so yeah, absolutely, I want to make sure that we are live, we are ready to go. Okay, awesome. So I think we are good. But absolutely, y'all, type in the chat when you guys see this. That way I know that you're on here. And I want you to tell me something fun that is going on in your life. I want to hear something positive that's going on in your life right now. And we're going to be a chatty, interactive group. So I will share something fun that happened in my day. So, as a lot of you might know, I'm actually a mom of 3 girls, and well, it is the last week of school, and we've had graduations and all types of other crazy stuff going on. So, I want you type in the chat if you are a mama. So, and if you have crazy stuff going on this week too. So, it's been really interesting. And in the midst of all of that, also we have and hey, Melanie, I hope you're doing amazing. So good to see you on here. Thank you for joining. And y'all, I would love for you to share this video. So click the share, click like, comment away, and we're going to be doing some self-care. And tonight, so, what I'm all about right now is actually simplifying my life. And I don't know if anyone else is feeling like that, but I just feel like we are in this culture of busyness. So, what I'm going to talk about tonight is a very simple skincare routine and a really simple makeup look, because that's just where I'm at in my life. I want to simplify. And congrats, Melanie. That is so exciting. I love that you are having another baby. Oh my gosh. That is so, God is just blessing you all around. So I'm pulling out my roll-up bag. Her name is Ida, and I want you to guess, what does Ida stand for? Okay. I want you to guess. But this is Ida, and I'm going to pull all of my goodies out of here. It's like my demo bag that I bring to my skincare classes. But okay, so let me see where we're at, because I have another bag of products right here. I know that sounds crazy, but type in the chat, y'all. Where are you from? Where are you tuning in from? And thank you so much for being here too, because I know that you could be doing a lot of other things besides hopping online. But it is Thursday night. It is 8 o'clock. So this is where I'm going to be. But maybe you are here to support your consultant. So if you are, type her name in the chat, tag her in the chat. Maybe you're here to support Donna or Christina, some of our amazing hostesses tonight. So tag them in the chat if you're here to support one of those ladies, because we want to make sure that they get credit for you being here. So make sure you type in the chat, tag your hostess or tag your consultant. And okay, I love that. Okay, Indiana, we have Florida. Well, I'm actually in Florida now, but I was born in Pennsylvania. So, do we have anybody else from a different state? Absolutely, type that in the chat. And tell me a little bit about you. And by the way, we are going to be playing a game tonight, and I'm going to show you what it is. So you're going to grab a piece of paper and you are going to make a hashtag board. Okay. And it looks like this. So I'm a terrible artist, as you can see, but hi, Amanda. Hey, Patty. Love that you're joining in tonight. So you're going to make a little hashtag board. Looks like this. right? And in the little squares, you're going to write what product you would love to have for free. Okay, so what product you'd love to have for free as I'm sharing. And there's going to be 3 little questions at the end. And everybody that plays, well, you're going to get a gift from your consultant. So everybody that plays. So I want you to grab a piece of paper. Hey, Donna. Hey, Christina. Yes, go ahead and tag your guests in the comments of this video. Just start tagging them. That way they know where to find us. But we're playing a game. So you're going to make on your piece of paper a little hashtag. You get a free space in the middle. But then on the little squares, you're going to put what product you would love, love, love to have if it were free. And then again, 3 questions at the end that I'm going to ask you. And when you fill that out, you are going to get a prize. Okay. Everybody gets a prize for playing. So, but what we're going to do is I'm going to kind of jump into my skincare. So if you have a pampering pack, go ahead and pull that out if you have a little pampering pack. And I am going to share some of my favorite products with you. And, even if you don't have a pampering pack, that is okay because you could still play along. And what is something that you do have that you could pull out for some self-care? Because I feel like how often is it that we get to press the pause button and just press the pause button and take care of ourselves, right? So I'm also going to share a little bit about me as I'm sharing about these products, but I don't have any makeup on right now. I did not wear any today. But I wanted to share about our oil-free eye makeup remover. And hey, Kim, I love that. So, and as I'm sharing products, by the way, y'all, I want you to put in the chat if there is something that you just have to have. And I want you to comment the word sold because we are going to have an extra prize winner tonight. We are going to have a sold queen. And the sold queen is whoever has the word sold on the most items. Like whoever takes home the most products tonight, you are going to get an extra special prize. So as I'm sharing also, type it in the chat if there's something that you just have to have. Type the word sold. But this is our oil-free eye makeup remover. And it is like a bubble bath. You want to shake it up, but it's like a bubble bath for your eyelashes and it is oil-free. Now I don't have any makeup on, so I'm not going to use it. But if I did, I want to share it with you because it's so important to be gentle with our eye area. Oh, I was looking for my little washcloth. I already have my little headband and I'm going to jump into my skincare. But I will share this first that a little bit about me. And if you're a consultant, Kim, hey Kim, I would love for you to type in the chat. What is one thing that you're excited about with your Mary Kay business right now? If you are a consultant. So, and I will share this. So I have been in Mary Kay now. It's been a little bit over 13 years, which is so crazy. Because when I first started, I'd actually never even heard of Mary Kay. So anybody else, this is your first time hearing about it, hearing about the products. And yes, Melanie, I love that. Well, thank you for being here. Okay, so Mary Kay's been around for so long, over 60 years. Hey, Latressa, and go ahead and share this video. Tag your friends in the comments. We want to get as many people as we can on here. Okay, so 13 years, right? And let's talk about where was my life at. And I'm putting on my cleanser right now. This is my favorite one. I use it every day. It's the Voluform Foaming Cleanser. And I already got my skin a little bit damp, but cleanser is so important. Like today, I had a day because, my kindergartner was graduating. And of course, I was crying when she was singing first grade, and doing her little dance. Of course, I absolutely had tears. Hey, Riley, thank you so much for being on tonight. Okay, y'all. So we're doing a foaming cleanser. And one of the things I love about Mary Kay products is that they're all hypoallergenic. They're great for sensitive skin. They don't have any artificial fragrances, no artificial fragrance, and they follow the EU beauty standards. And if you're not sure what that is, it's the European Union Clean Beauty Standards. Now, they ban over 1,500 chemicals that the FDA does not ban. So, that I love that Mary Kay offers that clean beauty. And I'm all about the anti-aging. So that is what I am using right now. But you want to wipe off your cleanser, okay? So anyway, so I'm cleansing my tears off of my face right now. But it is so good to just wash your face. If you're only going to pick one time of the day, like what time of the day do you feel like if you're only going to pick one time would be best? All right. So let's wipe that off. But anyway, 13 years ago, where I was at in life, so I did not have any kids and I was working. I worked in healthcare, so I know we all work, we all do different things. Type in the chat, what do you do for work? Um, so I was working in healthcare. I was also in college, so I was in graduate school, and I was getting married, like planning my wedding. I know. Talk about burning the candle on both ends, right? Now, I also want to talk about one other product. I'm not going to put it on right now because I did this last week, but I did want to show you about the charcoal mask. So, this is something like I actually last week had a breakout on my face and I used the charcoal mask and it disappeared like the next day. So, what the charcoal mask does, it actually draws impurities out of your skin, kind of like a magnet, and it has a natural antibacterial. So, I wanted to share that because my skin was looking a little funky, and then I put this on and it completely cleared up, as you could see. So, highly recommend the charcoal mask. I think it's like 26, and you really do not need a lot. We just got a new book that came out, and if you got yours in the mail, type that in the chat. But I gotta look up prices because I like. Let me just tell you, you do not have to have it all together. Yeah, 26 to be good at Mary Kay or be good at anything. So when I was working in healthcare, in school, I was getting married. And let me move to my next skincare step as we're talking about this. The lifting serum. So the advanced lifting serum, this is like Spanx for your face. I like to do like a little pump and a half. And hey, Amanda, Donna, awesome. Were you talking about the charcoal mask? Because I just want to make sure. But oh my gosh, I totally forgot that I have these pom-poms that I get to wave every time someone says the word sold on a product that they want. So yay, Donna, thank you so much. And hey, Katrina, hey, Amanda. All right, so I'm putting on my lifting serum. So this is like Spanx, but for your face, y'all. So like I mentioned, I have 3 little girls, and especially after my third one, I noticed I needed to like wear some Spanx, but also our skin needs a little bit of help because as we age, gravity is just not our friend. Let's be real. So this area is called the Triangle of Youth. And well, that starts to kind of, sag a little bit. There's no nice way to say it. So it also helps with loose skin on the neck area, which also happens as we age. So it tightens and it lifts and it firms the skin. So that is the advanced lifting serum. And somebody asked, like, what are the ingredients last week at one of our in person skincare classes? And the main ingredients are actually plant stem cells. So, Mary Kay does not test on animals, they do not have animal products in their ingredients. So, it's based on plants, a lot of plant ingredients. So, I think that's pretty sweet. Anyway, so going back to where I was at, so I'm looking for my eye cream. So planning my wedding, I had a lot going on. I felt like I was the busiest person on the planet. I don't know if anyone else feels like that, but going to school and kind of, a little backstory on that. So I liked to say super busy all the time because I felt like if I wasn't, I would just have too much time on my hands to start overthinking. And, growing up, life was chaotic. I was really hard on myself. I had really low self esteem. I struggled with depression, and at one point in time, I had goals, I had dreams, I had things that I wanted to do, but I kept getting shot down and told that I would never achieve those things. Like, I can't tell you how many people have said, Sarah, you better take it easy. Sarah, you might not want to be so ambitious. Like, I don't know if you've ever heard that before, or anyone ever said, like, no, what are you, crazy? You can't do that. So that's what I heard for a long time. And honestly, it got to a point where I stopped believing in myself. I stopped believing that my dreams were even possible, and I settled, and I felt like, and I don't know if you ladies have ever felt like that before, but I felt like if I went to school and got this great job with a title, that suddenly I was going to feel good about myself because I have this title and this great job now. But the reality is, even after like getting the titles and all of the things, like I didn't feel any better. And I just kept going through the motions. And hey, Deborah and Christina, oh my gosh, lifting serum. Yes, you are going to love it. Okay, lifting serum sold for Christina. And Kim, I hope you're writing this down. And as we're talking about this, I want to show you this eye cream. So this is the Voluform Eye Renewal Cream. So you actually apply it with this metal tip right here. And what it does, oh my gosh, I need extra today because I've been crying due to my kindergartner's like little graduation. Oh my gosh, it was so sweet. But and she just turned 6 too. But anyway, so I want to put on this eye cream because this metal tip, so it reduces puffiness and swelling on contact. And I don't know if anyone else deals with like allergies or not sleeping well, all of the above. So it helps with puffiness and swelling. If you keep it in the fridge, it's even more amazing. But you want to put it all around the eye area, even up under the brows. So, and then the cream, so it brightens the under eye. It helps with dark circles, lines, and wrinkles. It also tightens the eye area, like the crow's feet right here helps with that. And around the eyes are the first place that we're going to notice signs of aging. So we want to be super gentle, but also if you're not using an eye cream, highly recommend like this one. It is the best that we have. I like to call it the pink Cadillac eye cream. So, how many people have seen a pink Cadillac before, like in real life? They do exist. I'm just going to tell you. But anyway, so all right, they do exist, but I call it the pink Cadillac because it's the best eye cream. And the top of the top leaders in Mary Kay get to drive a pink Cadillac. And our team, we are earning pink Cadillac number 2. So it is a really exciting time. And, for a while, I wasn't like even excited about sharing my goals because for a long time, I felt like they wouldn't happen. But if we don't talk about it, then they're never going to happen, right? So I'm excited to share that because I know my daughters are so excited to be getting, well, they call it their next pink Cadillac, of course. But anyway, so this is the eye cream, my absolute favorite. Okay, now we have 2 more skincare products that I'm going to tell you about. So that was our eye cream, and it says for the advanced signs of aging. So, yes, we need that. Now there are 2 more creams that go with this Time Wise Repair skincare set. There is the night treatment that has retinol, and this helps to heal your skin overnight. Hey, Cindy, hope you're doing amazing. So what it does is I like to think of it like little pink elves come out at night and like iron out your wrinkles, but it helps with dark spots on the skin. It helps to moisturize, it helps with lines and wrinkles, and it helps to tighten the skin. Because again, as we age, we just actually at the age of 17, our body kind of stops producing collagen. So we got to do extra stuff. And of course, I want you to guess, okay? What is the number 1 leading cause of premature aging? So type it in the chat. I want to hear your guesses. What is the number 1 leading cause of premature aging? Now, speaking of anti-aging, I am going to put on, this is the day cream with SPF 30. So what I love too is it actually has an airless pump. So you put your fingers on it and then you press it. And that's literally all that you need. one pump for your face and your neck. And I really love this cream because it feels so soft and cushiony and it hydrates your skin, but it's also not going to make it feel oily. Now, I used to feel like I had super oily skin, and I did. And I had a lot of blackheads and just I didn't never felt confident in my own skin. But what I learned is that because I wasn't using any skincare products, I wasn't really putting moisturizer on because I felt like it would make me more greasy. My skin was causing more oils to happen to try to protect itself. So once you get on a good skincare routine and you're consistent with it, you're going to see some amazing improvements in your skin. So this is what I use. And again, you can see it does not look greasy at all. It actually dries to like a glowy finish, and you could put this on underneath your makeup. And this also helps to tighten your skin, helps with lines and wrinkles, dark spots, discoloration. It like evens everything out. Mhm. My favorite. I use it every day. So, Amanda said the sun, and that is actually number 2. Stress, Donna, that's absolutely a cause of premature aging, but smoking, Christina, is number 1 leading cause of premature aging. Okay, I know none of y'all do that because it's not good for you in general, but that is the number 1 leading cause of premature aging. So, I just wanted to share that. And great guess on that, Christina. Okay, so that was my skincare. Very simple. If you are starting out in skincare, highly recommend just getting on a good system. So, at the very, very least, oops, I dropped the cleanser, but at the very, very least, like a cleanser and a moisturizer. Because think about like a grape and a raisin, the difference between a grape and a raisin. So, a grape like it's literally the same fruit, but a grape is like plump and juicy and yummy. And I really want some grapes right now. So I'm hungry. And it's like, but a raisin is like all wrinkly and dry, right? So that's going to be the difference between our skin with moisturizer is your grapes. Without it is your raisins. So we want to add that moisturizer into your routine at the very least, like cleanser and moisturizer every day. But then you want to add in the rest of your routine. And then from there, you can add in some supplements like a charcoal mask. I use a retinol every day. I use a wrinkle limiter and hyaluronic acid serum. So once you get on that routine, then we can find out, okay, what are some other specific things that you might want? No, it's really cool. There's an app that we have. It's called the Skin Analyzer. You can download it. It's the Skin Analyzer for Mary Kay. And you could literally scan your face and it'll give you a recommendation on products that would be good for you, which is so cool. And I would love to see who tries it. And if you take a picture, send me your results because I want to see what it says. And you're going to get a fun prize for me too. Okay. Now we are going to do a makeup look. So as I'm getting that out, I'm also going to share with you. So I shared with you where I was at in my life, right? So I'd never heard of Mary Kay, but I actually went to a skincare class. So I went to try the products. How many of you have ever been to like a Mary Kay party before? So it was a skincare class and it was so much fun. And my job was so stressful all the time. Like no one was ever happy. That really affected me also, just dealing with depression most of my life. And then I'm in this environment with a bunch of unhappy people. And I heard this quote once that said, you're going to be the average of the top 5 people that you spend the most time with. Well, my top 5 were broke, busted, and disgusted and negative. I'm just telling you, like broke, negative, and broke not just financially, but in the mindset too. And I needed to get away desperately. I didn't know it though. I didn't know it, right? I didn't know it at the time. But I went to the skincare class. I tried everything. I loved it. I didn't really know how to do makeup, but I loved that they like taught me how to do it, right? And then this woman that I met, she was so inspiring. She was so successful. She used to be a teacher and she recently left her job because her husband was like doing the finances and he was like, "Hey, babe, I'm just letting you know, like, you're making more money doing Mary Kay on the side than at your full-time teaching job." And she actually just up and quit her job because, well, it was toxic, number 1, and she had just had a baby and she wanted to be home with him. And she did, and she left, and she shared her highest paycheck in Mary Kay in a month was over $13,000. And when I heard that, I was like, "What?" Like, I am not making anywhere near that, and I'm working, like, 60 hours a week and, finishing a master's, and I was reminded of all of those dreams that I had when I was a little girl, like, traveling the world and just having even a nice house, like, things that I don't know, I never got to experience, so I wanted to. And being at that class, I'll never forget, just lit a fire. Like, you ever think about something and you get like butterflies in your stomach? Well, that's how I was feeling that night. And I was like, you know what? I looked around the room, everybody was laughing and smiling and just having fun. And I was like, I don't know anything about Mary Kay. I'm not good at makeup or skincare. I'm not even sure if I like people at this moment in time, but sign me up because I know I'm a good student. I know I'm a hard worker and I'm willing to learn something if it means getting me out of the situation that I'm in. Okay. So I signed up that night. Oh my goodness. And in 4 months, I earned my first car and became a director with the company. And I know a lot of you may not know what that meant. I didn't even know what it meant at the time. I just knew that's how you make the most money. So let me just get there right away. And I love that, with Mary Kay, I get to choose. I didn't have someone saying, "Oh, you can't, we're on a raise freeze," or, "Oh, not this time for a promotion because we got to keep you where you're at because you're too good at your job." Anyway, I don't know if anyone's ever experienced that, but that was where I was at. Anyway, so we're going to do really quick, like the simple makeup look. Like, I didn't even wear makeup today. It's at my daughter's graduation. I knew I was going to be crying and it was just one of those days. So I don't wear makeup every single day. I'm just letting you know. It's all about the skincare. And I feel like for me, confidence, yeah, I had to like get some confidence on the outside with my makeup, but then it started to like sink its way into the inside of confidence too. And I love teaching women that, but really that confidence comes from God because it didn't come from me naturally. Anyway, so primer, foundation primer. This is always going to be the first step. And I actually consider this a skincare product because it's going to fill in your pores. So watch when I put this on. It kind of fills in your pores. It fills in like any lines or creases. And then it also helps to keep your makeup on like all day. So you want to just put it all over your face and it controls oils throughout the day, keeps your makeup kind of sweat proof and melt proof, right? Which we need because I don't know about y'all, but my AC has been struggling. And it better just get in line in Jesus' name. I'm just putting that out there. All right. So we put on our primer. Now, the next thing that we're going to do, I should have been prepared ahead of time, but I'm going to put on this next product. I like to call it Sleep in a Tube, and it is the under eye corrector. And remember, if there is something that you just have to have, I want you to type in the comments the word sold and whatever that product is, because I really want to get to wave these pom poms some more. So, the under eye corrector, what it does is it gets rid of dark circles, which it looks like I have a little tiny bit. Now, you do not need a lot. Like, that tiny bit is probably all you need for like both eyes. So, I like to just kind of take it with my fingers. You can even put it on your eyelids, but it neutralizes any type of blue. So as you can see, I have a little bit there, but then none there. So instantly, I don't know if you could tell, but it like got rid of my dark circles. Yay. So let's put some on this side. And it literally erases them. So, and I don't know if anyone else struggles with some dark circles, but Yeah, once we can get rid of those, it's actually going to make you look a lot younger. And I think this one is 18. And again, a little bit goes a long way. It also has vitamin E in it. So sometimes when you first get it, you want to like shake it up and knead it together because the vitamin E, it's like an oil. So you want to mix it up. And yay, Amanda on the under eye corrector. Woo! Okay, under eye corrector. And yes, you are gonna love this. And I want to share something fun with you that um Mary Kay has 100% satisfaction guarantee. So that's how much they believe in their products. So if you get something and you're not like 100% satisfied with it, you could just let your consultant know, and Mary Kay actually replaces that. Now, the next thing that we're going to do here is it's called CC cream. Now, CC cream is my favorite because it like does so many different things. It evens out, like I'm just going to put a little bit on my face, but it evens out your skin tone. We're going to do one side, okay? Evens out your skin tone. You could do a blending brush, you could use a regular brush, whatever you want to do, but it also gets rid of like any type of redness, and it has a tone matching technology. So as you are blending, it's actually going to blend into your skin. And there's only 5 different shades. So when I first put this on, it does like look a little bit yellow, but as I blend, it blends into my skin, as you can see. So it gets rid of redness. It also has a SPF of 15. All right, let's see. SPF 15. And as you can see, it just completely like evened out my skin tone. And I have freckles. You could still see my freckles, but I like how this also has some moisturizer, it has some protection. So we are going to this is so funny, only putting it on one side of my face. I'm cracking myself up. We're gonna do a little bit on the other side just to like even it all out. Okay. But this is my go-to because even if you like, let's say you go out in the sun and you get a little bit tan, it's still gonna match and it's still gonna be your color. And this complexion sponge, by the way, you can also get this from Mary Kay, and it makes it super easy. Like I go back and forth though. I usually use this to blend my concealer. But it's really great for blending any type of foundation. Now, normally you'd want to get it a little bit damp first. That'll help it work better. And I literally had water sitting here. Why didn't I do it? That's okay. So we're just gonna blend, 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 blend. Blending is your friend. And make sure you blend at your jawline and also up at the hairline because you don't want to have any lines. You don't want to be like 14-year-old Sarah, right? So again, there's only 5 shades of the CC cream and it is very natural coverage. So again, you could still see your skin and it doesn't feel like you have anything on. And it is perfect for summertime. I just love it. Perfect for summertime. Now, y'all, the next thing, oh my goodness, these are some brand new products that came out that I wanted to show you guys because I'm kind of obsessed with them. They are these new cheek, hold on, what are they actually called? Cheek, oh, it's a blush stick. Now I love these, and I wanted to share something else with you that a portion of the sales from all of these actually go to the Mary Kay Foundation. And the Mary Kay Foundation, I'm gonna tell you about that. They actually, and I'm gonna blend it with my little cheek brush, but the Mary Kay Foundation, so they are a nonprofit that gives money to domestic violence shelters. So that's one of the things that they do. And then also they like the shelter where I live, it's called the Dawn Center. They have received several grants from Mary Kay. And I think that's so amazing that they not only does the company have great products, but they also give back. And it also, the foundation, gives money to scientists that are researching like either a cure or alternative treatments for cancers that affect women. So now, statistically, 1 out of 4 are affected by either domestic violence or cancer of some type. Either you have experienced it yourself or you know somebody that has. Now, yes, Melanie. So these are so fun. So this is one of the shades. So it's more of like a peachy color. It's like, which personally, I like the other one and I feel like I need more. But this is a peachy color. And then this one's more of the like the berry color, which I love. What is that? And these are buildable as well. So the berry one is called Spark Change. Absolutely. Which I feel like I just want more because I love it so much. And let's put more on there. And then the coral color, these ones are called Kind Spirit. And I'm going to tell you how much these are. These are limited edition, but it is perfect for summertime. So these are only 20 and they last so long. And I really just love how easy it is to blend. And I'm about to show you another trick once I blend this in. And it still gives you like that nice summer glow. Oh, yes. I'm just excited right now. I'm feeling more like myself already. You know, sometimes we got to put like a little something on to just feel more alive and feel more confident. But yes, so here's what I'm about to do. So with my blush stick, I'm just going to take a little and put it on my lips too, because why not? Uh, and I could just do that. Oh my gosh, I love it. And it gives you like a night. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. It gives you a nice little pop of color. How easy is that? And then we're kind of uniform, right? All right. So now I want to go to the next thing that is also very simple, perfect for summertime, are these new eyeshadow sticks that Mary Kay has. Let me tell you something about these. So they are so easy to put on, which I need simple and easy in my life, y'all. And hey, Miguelina, I texted you earlier. I don't know if you got it or not, but you're awesome. Okay, so eyeshadow sticks, and I'm going to show you the different colors. And again, if there is one that you just have to have, comment in the chat the word sold. And guess what, y'all? If you're a consultant on here, you can get up to half off of all of your products. These are 20 each. So if you're a consultant, like you get it for 10. Just saying, because I'm my own best customer. So every time we have new things come out, I'm like, oh, that's mine. Yes. All right. So these are the different shades, and I want you to pick like which one I should put on. I'm thinking like a really kind of light one, but there's like this champagne color. It is called Golden Sunrise. They have like a pinkish, glowy color. This one is called Pink Prism right here. There's this Copper Nova. So how these work is you actually like they roll up like this, and then you would put it on your eye, and once it dries on there, it is crease proof, it is waterproof, it is not coming off with just everyday wear. All right, so then they have these two darker shades which are also super pretty. There's a Radiant Bronze and then a Midnight Galaxy. So which one should I put on? I'm kind of thinking I want to do either the pink, since we have like a pink vibe going on, or the Golden Sunrise, only because it's like a really toned down look. And as we are getting that, I am going to show you also my absolute favorite mascara and one other fun thing. Okay, Copper Nova. Since you were the first, we're going to do copper, which is so pretty on every skin tone. So it's so easy. You just like roll it up, right? And then you stick it on your eyelid just like this. And it is really creamy going on. And then once it dries, y'all, it is not going anywhere. And then you are just gonna, I just like to blend it a little bit with my fingers. So how pretty is that? Okay, I love that so much. Now these are also blendable. So if you wanted to add another one onto it, you absolutely could, but I'm just going to do one for today. And then after we put that on, good choice, super pretty, I am going to add on my favorite mascara. This is the Great Heights mascara. Now, what I love about this, and there is a waterproof version, by the way, which I might have to get if I keep crying over my kids graduating from stuff. But anyway, so I never used to be that much of a crier because I think what it was is I like just held everything in. And that is not healthy, y'all. And I'm working on that. Like, if I want to cry, I'm going to cry and just let it out because life is like, we can't just bottle everything up. That is not healthy. Okay. We got to let it out. And one of the things, too, that I love about being a part of Mary Kay is the sisterhood. So I want to share that because I have met so many amazing women. And even on our team, we have so many amazing women on our team, like that we can have that good, like a good relationship with and have a safe place for women to grow. I know that's part of what Mary Kay's given me. And yay, Donna. Okay. I see that you want the copper. I love that. Copper sold for Donna. Okay. Let's put on this mascara. But what it does, so with this mascara, when you put it on with just one coat, it actually gives your lashes 43% more length and volume. Only one coat. So I consider it one coat when I only dip it in once. Like, is that considered one coat? Because I feel like it is. So we're doing one coat on this eyelash, and I can already see a huge difference. So 43%. Now, when you actually do 3 coats, it gives you 76% longer lashes. Now, we do have different types of mascara. This is my favorite one. I use this one. If I'm going to put on mascara, this is my one. Now, we do have waterproof, but I will share that this is water resistant. So just like going about your everyday, it's not going to be smearing off of your face, okay? I'm just throwing that out there. Mine never does. Now, this is one coat. If I added another coat, it's going to add some length onto there. And another fun fact, y'all, I'm just going to share this because it may be time for you to get a new mascara because every 3 months, actually, we should be getting a new one because bacteria builds up in the tube. And another thing is, I would like a lot of people pump our mascara like this, right? So what that does is actually dries it out so much faster. And what you really want to do is kind of swirl it around in the tube. And this mascara is 18. So pretty much all of our mascaras are 18. One of them is 20. That one's the Lash Intensity. But this one is 18. So this is the Great Heights mascara. But of course, if you're a consultant, you know, a lot of people join for the discount. Then you'd get it for half off, which is only 9. Like, you can't even get that anywhere, y'all. Just throwing that out there. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Now, I have 2 more things. Yay, Christina! Christina is sold on the mascara. I love it. And thank you for supporting Kim. All right, this is one thing. Like, I normally have a little pencil to do my eyebrows, but today I was feeling like I didn't want to. So one of the things I love is this clear brow gel. And I just broke the top off. That's okay. Look, I'm going to fix it right now. See, I fixed it. So this clear brow gel is kind of like you just kind of, it's almost like hair gel. Okay, Miguelina, are you talking about that mascara or brow gel? Let me know. All right. So I just put this little clear brow gel because it's going to keep your brows in one place. Now, another thing that you could do is actually put this on after you do your eyebrows, like pencil them in or whatever you do. But I just kind of put it on. I didn't put anything else on just to keep it all in one place and give it like a clean look. Now, I got 2 more steps that I'm going to do. So one of my last steps is a translucent powder. So since I use this cream blush, I want to add the powder on top of it. And this is going to help to set the look. See, it's clear, but when you put it on, like it looks white, but when you put it on, it's actually clear. So it sets your look and it gets rid of like any type of shine, any type of oil. Now you might like the shine. I'm not putting that much on because I do want to keep like a little bit of that dewy look. But I do use this pretty much every day because it sets your look, it keeps everything in place, and it controls oils. And any skin tone could use this because it is clear. It's a clear setting powder. All right, y'all. The absolute last step that I'm going to show you guys today is this finishing spray. Now, this is a must have, especially during summer. Like, I live in Florida. It's already like 200 degrees outside. Like, I don't even want to go outside today. It was so warm. Praise God for the rain. But the finishing spray, so this is kind of like hairspray. Like, you put hairspray to finish your hair, right? This is hairspray for your face. It's not actually hairspray. But I do have to tell you a funny story really quick because my daughters, they do dance, right? And I rolled up to the dance recital and I saw this mom. She was putting hairspray in her daughter's hair. And then she took that same can of aerosol hairspray and sprayed the girl's whole entire face. And I was like, I need to teach people about finishing spray. Do not use hairspray on your face, please. That is not good for your skin. All right, finishing spray. And that is going to lock everything in. It is not going anywhere. I could probably sleep in this if I wanted to. But finishing spray for the win. Okay, so that is my really 5-minute makeup look. If I wasn't talking to you guys the whole time, it would take me only 5 minutes. So I want you to type in the chat, what was your favorite product that we tried tonight? What did you love the most? Type it in the chat, okay? And remember, we are playing that hashtag game, okay? So you're making this on a piece of paper. You could do it now real quick and put in the squares, what would you love to have if it were free? And then there's 3 little questions at the end. So really quick, I'm going to review what we did. And if there's anything else that you just have to take home with you, like absolutely type it in the chat, the word sold, whatever that product is that you want. But first things first, we did our Time-Wise Repair skincare line. So it has the Voluform Foaming Cleanser, the Lifting Serum, what else? The day and the night treatment, and then our eye cream. Oh, here it is. So this is your everyday skincare. Now we do have a couple different skincare lines for different ages, different skincare concerns, but this is the absolute best. And yay, Migdalena. Woo! Okay, we will make sure that we get you some mascara. I feel like you need extra stock to put on your shelves, right? And the mascara actually has vitamins in it that help your lashes to grow. I'm not complaining. Anyway, so that was our skincare. And then for our makeup look, so we did the foundation primer. So that went on first. I did the under eye corrector, which is the Sleep in the Tube that got rid of all of my dark circles. We did the CC cream. So that was my foundation slash, it's really like skincare plus makeup in one. But that was my CC cream. I did one of our cheek or blush sticks. And this was what was it? Spark Change, the berry. So I did this on my cheeks and on my lips. I'm obsessed. I feel like I want more on too because, I mean, why not? Blush is just in right now. All right. So we did that. And then for my eyes, I did the Copper whatever it's called. Is it called Copper Nova? Yeah, it is. Copper Nova, the eyeshadow stick. We did our Great Heights mascara. And then finishing spray. Oh, y'all, I also did the clear brow gel wherever I put that. And then, oh wait, here it is, clear brow gel. And then I used our complexion sponge and the cheek brush. So those were the different brushes that I used. So type that in the chat. What was your favorite product, y'all? And in question number 1 on your sheet, you are going to put there, what products do you want to take home with you tonight? Because your consultant, she's getting credit. if you are a hostess and one of your guests purchases, you are going to get some free product credit too. So just throwing that out there, y'all. So that's question number 1. What are the products that you would love to take home with you? And if you already said what it was, then we will get you hooked up. All right. Now, question number 2. I want you to write the word free or the word me. Because I know, like, tonight we have Donna, we have Christina, our amazing hostesses that are earning free product, by the way. And really, they don't have to do anything. And like, just invite a couple people, share, and they're earning some free products tonight. So if that is you and you're like, you know what? I want to earn some free products. I want to try some different things. I want to learn some things. Oh, by the way, ladies, you are also getting a fun thank you gift in the mail. Christina and Donna for helping Kim. So make sure like I get your address so I can send that to you. But if you're like, you know what? I want to help my consultant. I want to earn free stuff. You can absolutely meet up with your consultant in person, but I love virtual beauty experience because you don't have to go anywhere. No one has to go anywhere. And I love connecting with women from all over the place, right? It is so much fun getting together with women, whether it's online or in person. So write the word free. If you're like, you know what, I would love to earn some free product. I would love to learn some new things and get free stuff. So type that in the chat, the word free. Or you could write the word me for like, yeah, I really don't want any free products and I'm good. Then just follow up with me for my order. And then question number 3. Okay. I know we talked a little tiny bit about Mary Kay, a little tiny bit about my story, and a little bit about the Mary Kay business. And of course, if you have any questions, you could type that in the chat. But if you would be open to me sending you a quick video, filling out a little survey about it is about the Mary Kay business, hearing some stories, you'll get entered to win $1,000 cash. And I was like, ooh, am I allowed to say that online? I don't even know, but you will. I'll just throw that out there. I already said it, too late now, right? But you will get entered for that. And if you'd be open to that, we're going to send you that link anyway. And then, because we want you to win, because if you win, then your consultant wins too. And yeah, that would be really awesome. But if you have questions about it, but I will say really quick, it may not ever be for you, and that is okay. Don't tune out because I will share a couple fun facts, and I want you as the last question. I know I hear my little baby. She's still awake apparently. It's been a weird day with all the graduations. We went out to eat, just outside of the norm. So she's probably like, I want mommy to put me to bed. But that's one of my favorite parts about my Mary Kay business. So yes, I worked in healthcare, but a lot of people don't know that I actually got laid off from my job. Like they eliminated my position, which is so crazy. I never thought that would happen, but and it was weird at first, but at that point I had already earned 2 cars with Mary Kay. I'd already making more money than I did at my corporate job. And I was like, you know what? I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to having a boss. I don't want to go back to working a job that was miserable. I was overworked, underpaid. I don't know if any of you have ever been in that point, but I didn't want to go back. And I said, I'm just going to see where Mary Kay takes me. And here we are. And it has been 12 years since then. I have 3 daughters now. We've been married now for almost 13 years. And I absolutely love that freedom and flexibility to choose to work from home if I want, to be outside of the home if I want, to choose my schedule. Like that is something honestly that money can't buy. But it does take money to have choices in life. Money does not buy happiness, but it can give you a whole lot of choices. That's why I love sharing what we get to do in Mary Kay, because it's really the best opportunity right now for women. I see a lot of women looking for a job that they could work from home. And I would love to share a little bit more about it with you if you want to hear more. It is $35 to join. And $35, okay, we spent that at McDonald's in like 2 seconds, right? Not that we went to McDonald's today, but I'm just saying, like $35, we just like, oh, bye. It leaves our account. We don't even know where it goes. So you won't miss it. But this $35, I mean, it could literally make a huge impact in your life. Like, I know it's done for me and thousands of other women, hundreds and thousands over the past 63 years, all around the world, not just here in the United States, but all around the world. We are a global company. And I'm just grateful. I'm grateful that God knew what I needed when I didn't know what I needed. And I'm grateful that I was willing to take a leap of faith, even though it was scary and I didn't know if I was going to be good at it. I didn't know if I even liked women. I didn't have that many friends. And, I had a whole lot of doubts and fears, especially because I had, a chronic illness that there's no cure for. And a lot of that I allowed to get to my head. But, the other thing I decided to allow into my mind and heart was the word of God. And he says that I'm healed, and I'm claiming that. But anyway, y'all, again, it's $35 and could be for you or not. But thank you for listening. We are going to send you that little survey. And I want you, for question number 3, I want you to write A, B, or C. A, like, yes, sign me up. I'm a decision maker. I would love to try this out and see if it could be for me. And if you decide to sign up tonight, you're going to get a $50 shopping spree. So worth it. And then B would be like, okay, I'm interested, but I have questions. So, like, I want to hear more about it. Let's talk. And then C would be like, no, thank you. I would rather pay full price for my product. We still love you. Don't worry. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for being here. I'm going to give you like 10 minutes to finish filling out your hashtag board. Take a picture of it and make sure you send it to me or your consultant, because she's going to send it to me. And afterwards, your consultant, she's going to make a little group chat with me, you, and her. That way I can ask like some questions to get your feedback, answer any questions you might have. I am her director. We work together. So anyway, y'all, have an amazing, blessed night, and happy end of the school year if you are a mama or a teacher. All right. God bless you guys. Bye. Bye, everyone.